Red blood cells are essential for our lives, so if they rupture, it can be life-threatening. But that's exactly what happens with paroxysmal nocturnal hemoglobinuria, or PNH, a rare blood disease caused by a fault in the body's blood production line. The disease normally appears in adulthood. It can cause a host of symptoms, including anemia, blood clots, involuntary muscle contractions, and fatigue. Some of these symptoms can appear suddenly. But the clearest sign of the disease is the blood itself. When red blood cells rupture, they release hemoglobin, which the body disposes of in the urine. This leads to a concerning dark colour, alerting the patient that something's not right. And for unknown reasons, this symptom is usually most visible after a night's sleep, hence the N in PNH. For most patients, PNH has few symptoms. For some, it can become life-threatening. The red blood cells are ruptured by the body's own immune system, but what could cause the body to attack its own blood? The trouble starts in the body's blood-making machinery, the bone marrow. The bone marrow contains hematopoietic stem cells. These serve as templates for all the different types of blood cell. Like all cells, these stem cells contain a gene called PIGA, an essential part of their blueprint. It codes for the part of the cell that anchors a stamp of authenticity to the cell surface. The complement system is a part of the immune system that uses inspectors to check for this stamp on cells. This stamp assures the immune system that the cell is part of the body, not a dangerous invader like a bacterium or a virus. When inspectors spot the stamp on a blood cell, everything is in order. But sometimes the machinery goes wrong. In PNH, a mutation in the hematopoietic stem cell's blueprint can derail this process. A faulty PIGA gene leads to an incomplete production line and blood cells that don't have an authentication stamp. The inspectors mistake these cells for invaders and raise an alarm. The immune system jumps into action, ultimately destroying the cell. But this will only happen to the red blood cells that come from a defective stem cell. So long as the majority of stem cells producing red blood cells still have well-oiled production lines, everything should be okay. But if a lot of stem cells end up with this mutation, the body can end up with huge numbers of red blood cells missing their stamps of authenticity. And that can have devastating consequences. So what can be done to protect